Hey, what's up, everyone, and what are we betting today? So, I'm here at the Commerce Casino in Los Angeles. I'm about to jump into this $1,000 escalator tournament. It's the first time I've tried a tournament like this. I guess the format is that the blinds duration goes up as you get deeper in the tournament. So these early levels that have the low blinds and deep stacks are going to be very quick. The later levels are going to be prolonged, which is cool, especially if you run up a stack, then you get to play deeper stacked later in the tournament, which is kind of rare. Often you've got these 20-ish big blind decisions over and over again. So I'm going to jump in that. I have no idea what to expect from the field or size or anything. And then we have a 2K, 5K, and the main, of course. I'm going to sell off some action, definitely for the 5K, and for the main, exactly how much is probably going to depend on, how I do this week in LA, whether I win a seat in a satellite or win a bunch of money in cash games. So, oh, hey, what's up, man? And yeah, hopefully we just go on a heater here and just tear off a bunch of money. So I'm kind of in high spirits after running good online for the last few weeks. I haven't It hasn't translated to success live yet, but I'm really happy with the level of focus and attention I'm bringing when I do play live, and I feel good about the place that my game is at. So yeah, thank you for the good luck wishes, and I've been getting a lot of messages lately on YouTube, on Instagram, via Twitter, and just want to say I appreciate that, guys. Grinding poker for a living can be kind of lonely at times because it's just sort of, you versus the world. So having people that shout you out or send support is very helpful in those times. So I appreciate you guys. But yeah, today I'm feeling good going in. I'm 3-ish weeks into this, cutting phase and poker binge. And am I selling pieces in person, or will I post any publicly? So I've been debating about this, guys. So here's my thing about selling pieces. A lot of times if you just open it up to a public market, you can get higher markups, and then you get a lot of people who can kind of be in on the sweat, but it also increases your paperwork load, and just kind of having to follow up and communicate with people. So you can make the most money that way, and you can let a lot of people in on the sweat, which I appreciate. But I've always preferred to just work with one backer who's willing to take all the action, and I'm willing to discount them on the price for just making my life easier. So I'm trying to find that person for the LAPC main and for the 5K as well. I reached out to a guy who I think will take the action, but I'm not exactly sure. I have contemplated, especially as I build this YouTube in the future, maybe selling pieces publicly, and we'll definitely do some giveaways where I'm just like, hey, I'm going to go play this 1K, retweet and like a post or something, and you'll get X%. We'll definitely do that kind of thing in the future, but when it comes to selling percentages, I'm kind of on the fence. I just want to win enough money that I don't have to sell percents anymore, guys. I just want to have all the money via poker and then keep playing poker because, what else are you going to do? I'm 34 and I got another 50 years to figure out. So, yeah, I haven't sold many action on the public forum or via Twitter or anything like that in a long time. I don't know that I'll be playing enough high stakes tournaments in the near future that I'll really have to do that, but maybe we will. But I do feel really good. Yeah, even last night I went on a date and it was over by 8 p.m. or something, and I was kind of hoping that it would go later, of course. And I was still meh, whatever. I'm just gonna head home and study poker for a while. And so I've just been in a very good mental place about playing poker all the time. When am I coming to Tampa though? I've never been to Tampa, Florida before. Actually, it's I have an excuse in the back of my mind for why I'd like to go there. But I've never played poker in Tampa. I'm going to South Florida in April for the Seminole Hard Rock WPT, which, if you guys are in the East Coast or Florida area, those Florida Seminole Hard Rock tournaments are awesome. I know I'm paid to say that and whatnot, but they do such a good job there. It's very well run. The tournaments are always soft and they're big, so if you're in the region and you want to play some poker, definitely come join us over at Seminole. But yeah, I'll be playing that, and then obviously, this whole week we got going on here. And if I bust the main event, I'm gonna race back to Las Vegas so I can play an online Sunday. The main event here starts on a Saturday, so yeah, if I were to bust out that day, I'd just change my flight, get to Vegas right away, start playing Sundays, and go right back into the grind. But yeah, you're right. WPT does have a deep stack over in Tampa, and that would be a pretty legit reason to go. I just haven't traveled for the deep stack series nearly as much, or if I do, it'll be an hour-long flight to California or something, as opposed to flying 5 or 6 hours across country, for a 1K, 2K poker tournament that something similar is available down the road at a Venetian or a Rio or wherever else. So that's the tricky part, you know, traveling to tournaments. You have to travel. You have to want to travel to that place for your own purposes, or if you're working, of course, then you go. But you know, when it comes to traveling tournaments now, I'm not going out of my way to create excuses quite as much. But the clock is ticking away in this tournament. It has already started up, and I guess the early blinds are going to fly by really quickly. So I'm going to go get into it, guys. Try and figure out how to talk today. But yeah, updates to follow on Instagram story, and we'll be back on YouTube Live tomorrow. And then we'll have another vlog up maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday at the latest. I sent my footage over to my editor, and we'll get to work on it. And we'll have the same, you know, kind of mix of live, online, and to do some hand analysis. And then I have started to dive into the March Madness homework a little bit. I may end up betting on some teams before the tournament kicks off, while you can get them at longer odds. So we'll discuss that in a vlog coming up soon. But until then, talk to you guys later.